Hello. Hmm. Among Us. Hello. Hmm. I think that's working. Yes. Check. Check. Only, yeah. You can just shout.
Hey, Evan.
Huh?
Do you think I should just go that I'm on duty? Should I text somebody and tell them to
Just silence the phone, or at least have it on vibrate.
the thing I have to go if I do get a call.
Forward it to my phone.
If I did, would you be able to do it? Or should I just get
After the food starts, I literally just watch the audio go up and down.
Can I give you the...
Hello, 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 hello. It's you live. ATU live.
Does that work?
Thank you for sending your story.
Of course, of course.
I was worried because I saw that article post on Facebook. I was like, this isn't what I wrote at all. What happened?
What's up, you guys?
Is it from Arkansas Tech?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. How are you gonna go?
I mean, I've always offered.
Literally every time she's like, oh no.
Is it weird being alone now that...
It's super weird. I miss O'Brien.
So what
Yeah.
happened with that? Just was done
He
with
just
it?
graduated.
Oh, he graduated. Oh, he's a graduate assistant though, right?
He's doing his
Graduate
intern.
Assistant. He's an intern. He still does stuff with SAB, but he has an internship with Oakland actually in Hot Springs. He's like a big hospitality dude, obviously. So,
Thank you so much.
are we all cutting it up right now?
What a delicious treat. Kathy.
So,
I'm so excited about this.
so to explain this stuff, you remember that if the mute button is flashing, that is when it's muted.
Yep.
If it's solid, it's not.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah.
Check, check.
So, funny thing about the mic, this is the input volume for it.
Don't touch that.
So if you crank it,
What's up, guys?
what's or you can turn it down. But
What's up, guys? That's so fun.
I'm so excited. I love being on things. Legitimately, it's so much fun for me to be on like any type of anything.
So are you like a writer or editor or what?
I'm an editor,
Yeah.
but I have done everything in terms of anything to do for the newspaper. Not a very big sports writer for the most part. I mostly do news. I do or what? We don't really do that anymore. We've moved away from like covering like games traditionally because we kind of had to upgrade from that because we're a weekly publication and people typically do not use the ARKATech to get the scores from the latest game.
Yeah.
Because that'd be dumb, just to be frank. And so we moved into more doing like sports features and stuff over like exemplary art, athletes and stuff like that. Very recently I talked with Shannon Lacey who pitched the perfect game for softball.
Love her.
That'll be coming up soon.
Can't believe that.
She talked with a couple minutes. I appreciate it a lot.
Good. So you know Cal?
Hello,
Reeves?
hello, 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 hello,
One of our good friends.
hello. Hello, 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 hello.
The big thing is, I thought of something. I'm sorry.
He's always written poetry.
He's pretty good at it. The big thing with him is that like he's like our most consistent writer, so it's always like we can depend on him to have
Oh
something.
yeah. His part about masculinity a couple weeks ago was so good.
I agree.
It was so good.
One of our better ones.
That was yeah. Yeah, that was really good. What's up, you guys? Show him your business card. Show him your business card. Show him your business card. She has a business card. I wanna get
you stand right here? He said it exactly like that too.
You need to go to Wilson and play some.
I would definitely be down. What is a certified pitch plastic? I've been playing that game since I was like 13.
What is a certified class?
All the way to the thing was actually 99% of what's
I'm super excited for that. No, you would not. How do you get the into it? How do you? I mean, it's not on right now. But what do you recommend to do? Look at Residence Live, 18 Residence Live. That's it, and there'll be a live stream on YouTube. You'll see. Or it's also on. It's on this. We don't have to.
The sound is terrible.
How it's probably going to go as far as mics is
Wow. Among Us. Yes. Yes. Hello, hello. Can anyone hear me? Huh. Huh. Hello. 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 It's more like this. Among Us.
They're all multiple choice. Oh, do you want me to hold it until game time?
Let me see. I'm just trying to.
I'll do it just in
Do you want me to stand where I'm going to stand? Like, am I going to need to lean in, or do you want me to sit up?
Generally, probably the mic like this.
Okay.
Because we could do one of the other modes to have the input coming through there, but otherwise it would be omnidirectional and it would catch everything around us.
Okay.
But you should be fine just speaking into it like it is.
Okay. Hey guys, it's Emily with ATU Live. We are gonna do our thing. Is that good? Yep. Okay.
If you want, you can try that again. Mess with the volume thing.
Hey guys. Hey guys. It's Emily. Hey guys. I don't know.
Yeah, it was going out there. Yeah, it was. I can hear it thumping.
Don't thump it.
It's my mic. I can thump this.
Miss Stewart.
Hello. Hello. Here. Hello. Hello. Is that better? Is that better? Okay. I just messed with it.
Hey, Albert, over here.
In front of y'all?
What happens when I'm Kyla. Mackenzie.
Albert.
Yeah, and that's what you spoke with. We're with the Business Student Leadership Council.
Yeah.
Great, awesome.
Hey everybody, this is Emily. We're gonna go ahead and start ATU Live in like 5 or 7 minutes. So we thank you all for being in here, and we hope you enjoy the show. If you could, keep the volume just kind of to a minimum so that we don't pick up any feedback on the cameras, we'd really appreciate that. Thank you all. Okay, I'm gonna go over names so I got everybody's names right. So I've got Kylia Stewart from the Career Center. Kyla.
Yeah. So sorry.
Where did the I come from?
It's supposed to be.
Oh, it's in there. It's just okay. Got it. Kyla Stewart from the Career Center. Joshua Coucher. Oh my gosh. Joshua Coucher. Shayla Miller. She's not here. Mackenzie Duval Meeks. And Albert Zane. Zane, did I say it right?
Yeah.
Okay. From the Business Student Leadership Council. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. So I'll introduce y'all. So first of all, we start off and I just kind of introduce the show, and then we go over some campus news, athletic news. It's just kind of a short little thing. And then we'll jump into the main topic. I'll introduce all of y'all, and then I'll ask you questions. Has everybody gotten a chance to ask questions? Briefly? Okay. Well, also, y'all all can answer every question. Only one person can answer. Whatever. If you don't have an answer, you're just like... to ATU Live. I'm your host, Emily Norton, and I'm very excited because we have some very special guests joining us tonight to discuss internships, the ARKATech, and the Spirit Squad. Before we welcome our guests, I would like everyone to pull out their phones right now, take a picture of you watching in person or online, post it on your Instagram story, and tag us at ATU Live, because we are giving away a $25 Starbucks gift card at the end of tonight's episode. First of all, we want to dive into some campus news. We've got some athletic news to talk about. The Golden Suns women's basketball team finished runner-up in the Great American Conference Tournament this past weekend. Following up the championship game, the league actually named Janiyah Sanders, Tori Laster, and Alex Hill to the all-tournament team for their high-level performances over the weekend. The Wonder Boys baseball team took a close loss to Southern Arkansas on Friday with a final score of 8-7. The Golden Suns softball team actually secured a win this past weekend in a 3-game series against Southern Arkansas. That is all of our athletic news for this past week. We do have some upcoming Res Life events, though. Health and safety checks are coming up. March 7th through 18th, staff will be doing checks for health and safety violations in the dorms, so make sure that your dorms are looking good for those random checks. And other events, there will actually be an escape room this Thursday night at 6 p.m. in the Student Union. SAB is holding that, so that is going to be really exciting. Now, everyone help me in welcoming Kylia Stewart from the Career Center, Joshua Coucher, Mackenzie Duval-Meeks, and Albert Zong from the Business Student Leadership Council. They're here to discuss internships with me. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. First of all, just go ahead and introduce yourselves. Tell us about your jobs and positions.
So I'm Kylia Stewart. I'm the
Sorry about that. Forgot about the whole thing. I'm Kylia Stewart. I'm the Employer Relations Coordinator. And in a nutshell, I recruit employers to recruit students for internships and jobs during their college career and postgraduate.
I'm Mackenzie Duval-Meeks, and I am a member of the Business Student Leadership Council. We're basically part of the business college, and we work closely with the dean and the head of student engagement to engage students.
I'm Joshua Coucher, and I'm also a member of the Business Student Leadership Council. Like Mackenzie said, we do work alongside the dean and the student engagement, Angie Bell. I also am a student worker for the College of Business and a teaching assistant and tutor for the accounting department.
Well, I'm Albert Zhang. I'm also a member in the Business Student Leadership Council, and I'm also working under one of the data science workshop here at ATU, so that's my job right now. Yep.
Awesome. Thank y'all so much. So this is for kind of the Business Student Leadership Council people. What does the Business Student Leadership Council do?
I'll take that one. So like we said, we work with Angie, who's head of student engagement, and with the dean of the College of Business, and we set up events for employers to come talk to our students, for different people to come talk about maybe the accounting exam, just different things like that. We get involved when there's tailgating events and set up booths. So really we just try to keep business students involved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. Now this one for you, Mrs. Stewart. What kind of services does the Career Center offer?
So we offer a great deal of services, actually. We have resume review, critiques, and we also have mock interviews. We provide, and all these services are provided throughout the college career as well as when you're an alumni. We want to make sure that we let our students know that you can have these services for life. You know, this is a benefit for our students forever. We also help our students with career counseling. So if students are starting as a freshman and they're not quite sure what they want to do, or you get into your college career and decide, oh no, this is not exactly what I had anticipated, we can help you decide where you want to change and where you want to go. And there's also a lot of different things that you can do with your specific major, not just what you plan on. So we've seen a lot of alum come back through during COVID and come through our career fairs and actually change. using their specific major or make some slight adjustments. So we do obviously put on the career fairs. That is my job, so please don't unsubscribe to handshake emails. Those are important to you. They also let you know about job postings. Handshake is very important as far as job searches, your intern searches, letting you know about different information that's coming through from employers, and that is exactly where you will find employers' jobs and information on events and career fairs, and that's just a small part of what we do. We do have peer career advisors that are students exactly like you all that are there to help you with your resumes, help you with all of these things that we've just mentioned.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. So, Ms. Stewart, you talked about internships. Are there ways for students to get college credit for internships?
Yes, they're very much so able to get college credit. Not every department requires an internship, and it is specific to a department if they want to offer that college credit, and it does cost you tuition, unfortunately. So, but there are plans already in place that departments have available for that curriculum and what's expected of students for those particular internships. It is a cooperative between faculty, students, and the employer. So getting with that department, making sure that all of those needs and those requirements are met is on the student. And so when you're adjusting your schedule and you're making sure that that's what you want to do and need to do, it is very important to make sure all of those details are in place, making sure your advisor, your registrar, and your dean and head of your department are involved in that decision making.
Yeah, for sure. So you touched on like tuition and, you know, costs for internships. I've heard of like unpaid internships, and then I know about paid internships. I'm actually doing a paid internship right now. What's the difference, obviously, between the money, other than the money, between a paid and an unpaid internship?
Well, the paid internships are obviously paid. However, an unpaid is more like a volunteer option, and you can get a lot of experience from a volunteer option. So if you have a camp of some sort, there can be a paid option and an unpaid option for that. If you have an internship, say, in an office in town for a specific project or something that you're doing, so we have an intern for a day program. That's going to be a type of internship that is unpaid because you're doing a job shadowing option. You're learning how to do that job. You can volunteer at a community service. That's going to be an internship option for a specific amount of time that's going to be unpaid. We do strongly encourage our students to search for paid internships. We have 5 different types of internships. Now, there are also stipend type internships. There will be a small amount of pay, but you may have room and board as well, and those are also part of nonprofit type internships. The 5 types of internships that we do have are our intern for a day, which are more geared toward our freshmen, our sophomores who are trying to figure out, is this exactly what I want to do? And you can go and basically job shadow for someone in your industry, someone in the major, or someone that you're considering, is this something that I would like to try out, if it's an emphasis in your major. You also have your part-time, full-time. We have a micro internship. I'm not sure if anyone has heard of those or if you've heard much about them, but it's really a project-based internship. It's 5 to 40 hours, and it's as if a temporary service were to send someone out to do a specific project in your field of study, and it's project-based. And then we also have remote internships now. So this is a very big opportunity for our students to learn about their jobs, to get experience, to also have something on their resume specific to their field of study and have that experience going forward in their career.
Yeah, and it sounds like the opportunities are just like growing. I've never heard of like a micro internship or, you know, stuff like that. That's awesome. So we talked about like the experience that you get from an internship. do you need an internship to get a good job out in the real world?
Yes.
Does anybody else want to talk on that?
I don't know that it's 100% required. I'm in my second internship, so I can't speak on trying to apply for jobs without that experience. But I will say that after I completed my internship in the summer, I had no problem getting another one immediately following it. And I've already been contacted by multiple people within the organization that I'm working with, asking me, hey, when are you graduating? What are your plans? So the opportunity is a lot greater if you get some internship experience, for sure.
That's awesome. That's really good. So this, you said, Mackenzie, that you're on your second internship. For the rest of everyone, have y'all ever done an internship? And if so, like, what did you enjoy about it?
I have done an internship. It was last summer. It was definitely interesting because I was actually doing something related to my major, not working retail or food service or anything like that. It's definitely helpful. You get the real-world experience that is needed to actually see how your major works out in the real world.
For me, I used to work on an internship in like a computer technology company. So it really helped me to like connect what I have learned in class to the real world industry, because a lot of stuff in the class is all like it's not too much practical, but when you get out to like an internship, you get to know what tools they use, what is the workflows of the average company, and you also can establish a lot of connections between elder peoples and people in different positions, so that grow your connections for your career, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I'm actually doing. You talked about finally getting to do something in your field. I'm actually doing an internship right now, and I'm an English education major, and I'm doing a marketing internship. So it's not related to my major, but this is what this is. ATU Live, it's an internship. And so even though it's not related to my major, it's still, I just enjoy anything, like camera work, like, the reporter kind of type stuff. And so that's why I'm doing this, and I just really enjoy it. But it's still good experience, So kind of like my last question, are there any places nearby that are offering internships right now? You talked about Handshake earlier.
Yes. There are a lot of jobs. I did a job search for internships specifically, and I have, I think, 5 or 6 pages of just internships.
Oh, wow.
And this is 50 miles out. Oh, I told a lie. It's only 4.5. I'm sorry. So this is within 50 miles of Russellville. And that's the cool thing about Handshake, is that you can specifically look for internships, full-time jobs, part-time jobs, paid, unpaid. Don't do that. And you can look for in your industry what you're looking for. If they're looking for seniors or different things like that, we can sort out those specific jobs that you're looking for in your major. Like you mentioned, you're an English major, but you have a specific opportunity to look way outside the box with your major, because you can extend that to a lot of different industries, and that gives you a great advantage. And so Handshake will tell you the employee industry, the location, and something that is to look at is it may tell you a location, but it's also going to tell you the location of the corporate part of a company as well. So that's where I come in. Our office comes in. We help our students via WebEx, appointment in the office, however we need to help those our students. And that's why I get excited about what we do, is because we're here to help you succeed. We want to make sure that you're seeing what we're seeing and what's available out there, because Graduation's coming at some point in time, whether it's in 4 years or it's in 4 months, 4 weeks. So we want to make sure that you see that there's something available, and not only that, that you're seeing a bigger picture than maybe just Russellville, Arkansas. Unfortunately, not everything is right here, but some things are right here. And if it's not in Handshake, we can help you see on LinkedIn how to connect. We also, thankfully, I've been in the community for a great number of years, and I've made a lot of contacts, so we can reach out directly. So that's why we're here. That's what we do. This is what we love, to make sure that our students are getting the very best services and career services that we have to offer in this area.
That's awesome. Well, once again, is there anything else that y'all want to say? Anything else y'all want to talk about? Anything y'all want to plug?
If any of you are business students and are interested in joining the Leadership Council, you can go up to the 4th floor and get, I'm sure Katie in the office could give you an application, or visit with Angie Bell. She's at the end of the hall, and they would be happy to get you an application.
Is that the 4th floor of Brown?
Yes.
Okay.
Rothwell, sorry.
Just kidding. Rothwell.
Yeah, and there's a lot of advantages of joining the Business Student Leadership Council, because you get connected with the dean, you know, doing events with the College of Business, definitely a great experience to put on a resume.
I would like to plug Phi Beta Lambda. You do not have to be a business major to join. It's just like FBLA in high school. You get to go to events and compete. It's not just business events. There's all sorts of stuff. So come join us. It's the first Monday of every month.
I also want to let folks know we do still have career fairs coming up. March 10th is going to be our STEM fair. We also do have our criminal justice, government, nonprofit, agriculture that's going to be online on the 15th. Business fair is going to be on the 16th, and then we will have our all majors fair. It will be our last career fair of the year. That's going to be on April the 12th. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We are also in Rothwell 107 in the advising office.
That's awesome. Well, once again, thank y'all so much for joining me today. Everybody help me in thanking them. Now, next up, we are going to have Jonan Mitchell from the ARKATech joining us today. Everyone help me in giving him a warm welcome. Grab one of those handhelds behind you. How are you doing today, Jonan?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm good. Let's jump right in. Go ahead and introduce yourself. You can say your position, your major, what you do at the ARKATech.
My name is Jonan Mitchell, and I'm a junior print journalism and communication major, and I'm the co-editor of the ARKATech.
That's awesome. So what is the ARKATech?
The ARKATech, funny you ask that. The ARKATech is a multi-platform news organization on campus. We were formerly just a newspaper, but we've since expanded onto online, and we also do some radio broadcasts here and there.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Oh.
Why is it on?
I've been informed my mic was off the whole time. So, my name is Jonan Mitchell. I'm the co-editor of the ARKATech. That's funny. And what else did I miss?
What is the ARKATech?
Oh, what is the ARKATech? The ARKATech is a multifaceted news organization on campus. It's just funny to me that happened. We're located in the Energy Center. We used to just do newspapers, but since, as of recent, we've moved more into online, and we also do some broadcasting with the radio every Friday. But,
yeah. That's perfect. Awesome. So why is the ARKATech important for tech students?
The ARKATech is very important because, first off, it's important to preserve the integrity of journalism. And second off, thank you. I got some claps. Second off, it's also just something for students to be able to express themselves on. We do news, and that because we are a newspaper, and that is the truth. But we're also known for doing other things. We do lots of opinions. We do entertainment, etc. And it's just a place to express yourself genuinely. I think one of the biggest things humans can do to express themselves is through writing. And honestly, if you think it, you can do it more or less on the ARKATech. We've had some poets get published on the ARKATech. We have some people who are into short stories, and they get published as well. But yeah, obviously with news, you have to streamline it a little bit. But all in all, I mean, it's just important to Yeah, I think I answered it. So
Yeah. And writing is not something we share enough. I've had friends like, oh, by the way, I have this thing in the ARKATech. Go look at it. And it's this amazing piece of art. And I'm like, I didn't know that you could even write. So y'all need to go hop on that.
Absolutely. I agree
so you kind of already touched on this, but kind of just as a basis, what type of information does the ARKATech publish? What can we see?
The ARKATech, we publish news, obviously. We are a newspaper at the beginning. But we've also started moving a lot into more different ways of entertainment and stuff like that to just get more relevant with the times. We publish a lot of opinions. We publish a lot of entertainment as well. We've had people in the past do video game reviews. We've had people in the past do book reviews. We have currently someone who does album reviews, and they're great. I would highly recommend reading those. We have some people who just get up there and talk about anything. One of our more prolific writers in the entertainment genre is named Cal, and he writes a lot about so many different topics. But yeah, let's see, what else am I missing? We do editorials. Obviously, we do editorials, which is essentially the official viewpoint of the newspaper on a pressing issue. We try to stick it to where it's tech relevant for the most part, and we do a good job of that for the most part, I think. And I'm missing sports, of course. We also do sports. We do a lot of sports, actually. As of recent, we've been moving more into sports features rather than just sports, I don't know the word. It's escaping me right now. But we do a lot of sports features as of recently, and I think that's a good move that we've made, honestly. We cover a lot of sports opinions. We have a very good sports opinion writer right now, too. Her name's Olivia Orr. And, yeah.
That's perfect. Shout out Cal Reeves. We love you. Who can submit information for publishing in the ARKATech?
Literally anyone. The issue, and I understand it too for the most part, is that people think a lot that you have to be a journalism major to get published in the ARKATech, but that's not necessarily the truth. I mean, it's easy to go straight from your journalism class into getting into the newspaper, but you don't have to be a journalism major at all. In fact, we have a few people on our staff right now that are not journalism majors and are an integral part of the paper. For instance, we have a very good news writer. Her name's Anna Colby. She's a physics major. She's a freshman physics major, and she writes for us, and she's a very good news writer. I mean, I think the last thing we published, last week, so you can even see it front page above the headline, or above the folder, rather. And our webmaster, the person who runs the website, he writes opinions occasionally, but his name's Avery. And he's a computer science major, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you can be anyone, straight up. And we'll publish, like I said, if you have a good idea and it's good and we like it, we'll publish it more or less, you know what I mean? It's a great time to send stuff in for the most part. But.
So do we just, like, email the ARKATech, or what do we do?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll tell you how to do that. There's a few ways you can do it. Our email address, our official email address, is the ARKATech News, and you'll have to grab a pen for this, the ARKATechnews.atu@gmail.com. It makes it easier that way if we get it in that direction. But that's how you would submit your stories if you did have a story idea, or just a story in general. Like I said a second ago, you can also submit your story ideas. You can submit photos of any event that you go to for the most part. We love it. We put it on our social media a lot. I'll plug our social media in a second, of course. And but, yeah, I think that's, yeah.
Yeah. So you talked about how y'all were, more of the newspaper format, and now you've kind of expanded to that online. Where can we access the ARKATech?
You can access the ARKATech in a lot of ways. Like I said a second ago, we do still publish. Every Thursday we have a new paper out, and you can find those in every single academic building, close to the front. I've had a lot of people talk to me about how it's difficult to see, and that's very true because they're black. But they kind of blend in with the scenery, and there's no lie about that. But they're always kind of on the right side of the door, or right beside the door. So you can find them there. You can find them on our website, which is arkatechnews.com. We upload stories daily. And you can find us on our social media, as I was saying a second ago. We have a few. We have the ARKATech on Instagram, ARKATech News on Facebook, and the ARKATech News again on Twitter, all together, by the way, except for Facebook, of course. And we have a TikTok. I forgot about that. We're not very active on our TikTok right now. It's kind of difficult to do TikToks, we've learned. We're looking for ways to be able to do that, but yeah, it's difficult. Yeah. I really have a lot of respect for TikTok creators, because genuinely it's difficult. And
I've been wanting to start a Residence Life TikTok,
Absolutely.
I don't know what to post, but it'd be funny. Yeah, I'm an old-fashioned girl, so I always get mine in paper at Doc Bryan. But you talked about, anybody can publish, like you said. How can someone work for the ARKATech?
Working for the ARKATech, it's not so much as working. We're more like a club. We operate how a club operates, and a good way to be a part of it. Well, I should mention this. You don't have to be committed at all in terms of it. You can just send stuff in occasionally. We have a few people that send in some stuff like once or twice a semester, and that's completely fine. It's completely acceptable. But we have people who actually want to be members of the ARKATech, and if you want to be a member of the ARKATech, you can come to our meetings. We have meetings every Monday in the library, Ross Pendergraft Library, room 334 at 5 o'clock on Mondays. We meet there, and then we kind of discuss a little bit about the past paper, and then we talk a little bit about story ideas and stuff like that. And then we move on to our editorial board meeting, where we kind of discuss, like I was saying earlier, about an opinion that's relevant. And then we kind of figure it out from there, get some stuff down for our editorial writer, Trinity, to figure out. Excellent editorial writer, by the way. You should definitely check out our editorials. Trinity Lisk, you're a good person. And we do that, and then after that, you can stick around, introduce yourself to me and my co-editor Tara, who sadly cannot be here today. She's also fantastic.
I love Tara Espinoza.
Absolutely, she keeps it running. She's the gears on the inside, just the face. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's how you can actually be a part of the team, to be a staff writer. And like I said, there's so many different things you can do. It's not just writing. It seems like it'd be just writing, and that makes sense because we are a newspaper at the heart of it all. But there's really a lot of things you can do with the newspaper. You can be part of the social media team. We have a very good social media team with Maddie Vandercoy running that up. Like I said, we have some stuff in regards to the website and all that, but I'm kind of rambling now. I apologize. But,
no, you're fine.
All in all, yeah, you should join the ARKATech.
Yeah, well, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that all sounds great. Do you have any, upcoming events, any other socials that you want to plug, any kind of last words you want to say?
We'll be tabling for specifically Admitted to ATU, which is coming up on the 17th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Or 14th.
It's the 17th, yes.
Okay, good. My apologies.
No, you're good.
The 14th, or 17th. Goodness gracious.
It's the 17th.
And, yeah, it is. Admitted to ATU is March 17th. And we'll be tabling then. We hand out buttons occasionally. We cover a lot of events, so it's kind of, we usually don't do actual events and stuff like that. But other than that, please, pick up the newspaper, give us a shout. We have a survey. This is an important thing to say. We have a survey on our website now at arkatechnews.com that you can fill out, and that'll help us a lot in terms of us figuring out what's relevant and what the students actually want to read and want to look at, so that way we can remain more relevant as a news organization. Because, everyone on the staff loves it. I love journalism. I'm a big fan of journalism, big fan of the ARKATech. I'd like to see it prosper when I graduate. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about it. Thanks for having me on. It was really a fun time.
Thank you so much for joining me once again. Everyone help me in thanking Jonan. Yeah, thank you. All right, now I would like everyone to help me in welcoming up our talented and amazing Spirit Squad ladies. We've got 2 mics right there if you want to make sure they're actually green before you talking to them. Just kidding, Jonan. But yeah, if y'all want to go ahead and pass the mics around, introduce yourself. If you want to say like your major, your position, just kind of give us a little spiel about yourself.
Okay, well, my name is Rachel. I'm a 3rd-year member, and I'm the captain of the Golden Girls dance team, and I'm majoring in elementary education.
I'm Miranda Bentz. This is my 1st year on the Golden Girls dance team, and I'm majoring in nursing.
My name's Olivia Higgins. I'm in my 2nd year, and I'm majoring in OTA.
Hey guys, I'm Lane Lawson. I'm from Whitehall, and I am a first member cheer squad. And I'm majoring in health and physical education wellness.
My name's Emily. This is my 2nd year on tech cheer, and my major is nursing.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all once again so much for joining me today. What is the Spirit Squad, for those that don't know?
Okay, so basically we support the athletics program and football games, basketball games, some volleyball games, and then any tech events sometimes we'll dance or cheer at. And it's the dance team, which are called the Golden Girls, and then the cheer team. So yeah.
Awesome. Anything else anybody wants to say? All right, perfect. So some of y'all said your first years, you said you're the captain. How do you join the Golden Girls or the dance team?
So for the Golden Girls, basically you have to, I think it's the same for cheer, you have to attend a clinic and you have to apply online, and you can do that through the Spirit Squad page. And basically you have to attend an interest clinic, and then you'll get invited to a tryout clinic, and then you'll try out. But yeah.
It's almost the exact same thing. You can find it in the Instagram bio. There's a link, or if you search up ATU Spirit Squads and click on forms, you can find them there. And same thing, but for us, you have to send in a video. I don't know if y'all do that. Yeah. First round is a video, and then we have the 2-day tryout from that.
This is just kind of out of my own curiosity. Can you be on the cheer team and the dance team at the same time? Come on. That's something I want to do. No, I could never be on either of those. Y'all, I can't do what y'all do. Now, how did y'all personally become a part of the Spirit Squads?
So for me, I went to like the open gyms and stuff like that. I talked to Tristan a lot and just went from there. I tried out video my first year, and then just being involved in like putting my name out there and stuff like that.
For me, actually these two sitting beside me reached out to me and was like, hey, come to an open gym, come to our clinic. And I was like, well, why not? I like to cheer, I like to do flips, and I like to hold people in the air. And Tristan looked at me and said, yeah, try out. And I was like, okay, yeah. So that's how I became a Spirit Squad member.
For me, I knew I always wanted to do college cheer. That's something I've just always done. I did school and competitive cheer, so I really was going to drive it home to do cheer in college. And no one really reached out to me, but I found out about the open gyms, and I just started going to them and got around all of the people, and I thought it would be really fun.
I started out in gymnastics when I was little, and then I moved to dance, and I did dance in my high school, and we won state in 2018, and then about 5 or 6 of the girls on the Golden Girls are from my high school, which is Bauxite, and so I was inspired by them to try out for the Golden Girls, and then I made it, and I was so excited.
So I started dancing in high school, and I didn't want to stop after I graduated. And my coach right now, she actually posted a lot of YouTube videos of their halftimes that the Golden Girls used to perform, and I would watch them over and over again, like at least once every other week, like watch all of them. I was obsessed with it, and I think I went through the website and I applied online, and then a couple girls reached out to me, so I started going to interest clinics and then tried out and fell in love with it ever since.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh, I want to be like on the dance team so bad, but I can never. I'm not, like, I can't do any of it. So what's your favorite part about being on the Spirit Squads?
Okay. Basically all the involvement we get in. So we attend a lot of events and stuff like that, and basically I've just grown to like befriend a lot more people at Tech since these events and since I've been on Spirit Squad, and got a lot more involved in the school in general, so that's probably been the best part.
The best part for me is, I don't know, I just love the people I'm around. I like being on campus and people coming up to me, hey, aren't you on the cheer team? How do I get on the cheer team? And I'm like, well, come see us in the gym. We're always in whole single. And they're like, okay. And they sometimes show up and they're like, hey, can we stun with you guys? And we're like, no, we can't right now. Wait till season's over. But yeah, if you ever want to try out for cheer or you're interested, don't hesitate. Come to whole single.
Also, we do open gyms on Sundays at Twisters. That's a good time to come to actually get to do hands-on stuff. Oh yeah, at 7:30. For me, my favorite part about being on Tech Cheer would really also be the people. Got to make a lot of friends. I'm actually from around here, but it's so weird that I did not have like any friends on campus. I assumed like everyone from my high school is coming here, and that did not happen. And so when I joined Tech Cheer, I got a whole new set of friends that become like a family to me, and I really love that.
For me personally, it's just like living out my passion for dance. Some of my favorite parts of it is just like being a captain. I help choreography and I kind of like lead the team, which is like my passion. I really love that and I enjoy it a lot. It helps me grow personally. So just kind of how much dance helps me grow is what my favorite part is.
Yeah, for sure.
My favorite part are the connections that I've made because the people on the Golden Girls are like my second family. And also, like I said, it's my first year. So if I wasn't on the Golden Girls, I would have no idea what to do my first day of school. I would be totally lost.
Yeah.
And I just love it because I get to, like Rachel said, I get to carry out my love for dance.
Yeah. So Miranda, I kind of know your practice schedule, you know, and y'all talked about, you know, all of like the open stuff that you do in Hall. What does practice look like, you know, on kind of like a weekly schedule for y'all?
So we have practice on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 3 to 5, and we also, like, our schedule is super busy. We do 6 a.m. workouts on Thursdays, and then we usually have games on Saturdays. So, like, being on either one of the spirit squads, it's a big time commitment, and you have to be ready to put in a lot of your time into that.
I mean, for me, it's kind of hard to get a job. So, like, our schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as Liv said. I come in early. I roll out the mats at about 2:30, 2:45 before everybody gets there because I hate rolling out mats. I really do. I hate putting them up. And I do that so my lovely teammates can go ahead and put them up after practice. And 6 a.m. workouts, it's a big commitment to get up at about 5:30 and get to Hull on time, because if you don't get there on time, you're gonna have more workouts. Nobody likes more workouts. And then I also have a job, which is at another cheer gym at Twisters, as Emily said, and I get there as soon as cheer practice is over at around 5:15. So we're just booking it everywhere we go. And most of the time, like when the winter storm hit, we had makeup games after makeup games, and we couldn't go home. We couldn't do anything else. So we were just like stuck on campus, going to games. And you have to think about doing your homework and taking out time for yourself too.
Only the other thing I have to add to that is we have practice, we have our mandatory things, but for games, we are actually there way before we even need to be. Especially during football season, we get there way early. We run through, I know dance, y'all run through everything. Cheer, we mostly warm up like big stunts or pyramids we want to do, like the 3-stack pyramids. Yeah, we can't just go out there and do those. Need a little warm up. And then, of course, you know, tailgating starts a whole hour before the football game, and so we're there a whole hour before tailgate starts. So you really got to think about that, and that's for basketball, same thing, but that's like 2 times a week instead of just 1.
With Golden Girls, we practice every day of the week from 4 to 6 because we do a different dance for every halftime, which is time consuming. And then you also have to go back to your house or to your dorm to practice the dance so you can get it like perfect, because for basketball games we only have about a week to learn the dances, and they're about a minute to a minute and a half each. And then we have football games, like they said, and it's just time consuming because we do learn a dance for every halftime.
On top of that, we also have morning practices. We come in right after cheer, and then game days are usually all-day events for us. So throughout, like, I feel like throughout the week, like during like football and basketball season, we probably work at least like 10, 12 hours a week just for like dance, whether it's like basketball or games or football games or practices or morning workouts. And then on top of that, we'll have to like video ourselves practicing and then send it again. And then sometimes like we even have study hours. So it's very, very time consuming, but we love it. So
is it worth it though?
Yes.
Yes. That's awesome. Okay, before we go on to the last few questions, everyone, this is your last reminder. Take out your phone right now. Post a picture of you on your Instagram story watching in person or online. Tag us at ATU Res Life. Tag our Instagram. We're giving away a $25 Starbucks gift card after the show. All right, my last kind of serious question. What's the most challenging part of being on the cheer team or the dance team?
I'll go first for this one. Okay, so For me, my personal most challenging part is I'm in the upper division of the nursing program. I'm at clinicals, and my clinicals just so happen to be on Thursdays, and we also have games on Thursdays. So I'm right out of a 12-hour shift going into a game, and then my studying is all day, every day. I got an exam tomorrow at 8 a.m. I have not studied for it yet. Got to do that. Yeah. So the most challenging part is just time management, especially if you want to do something outside of cheer, other involvement like a sorority, or you want to be on SGA, anything like that. Kind of have to plan everything around practice and when we have to be at things.
Okay. Along with time management, that's a big commitment. I work and I have cheer, so that's definitely one of the most challenging. Another one is just keeping up with your body, making sure that you're putting your body in the right place and taking care of it as you should. That's a big commitment with either one of our squads. It's hard to like keep up with your body and keep pushing yourself. So definitely, if you're going to try out, make sure that you know your body and you can read your body, because that's probably one of the biggest challenges that I can think of. But yeah.
I'm going to feed off what Liv said, and, well, Olivia, sorry. And I'm going to tell you about an experience that I had. So when I was doing high school cheer, I was stunting. I'm a bass, and I was lifting one of our flyers, and I tore, well, I didn't tear a rotator cuff, but it was close to tearing. Yeah, it was messed up. And I was like, no, I'm fine. I got to tech cheer at the beginning of the year. Actually, at work week, we also have a work week, a whole week of nonstop working. And I got to work week, and I was lifting not even our heaviest flyer, Liv, and my shoulder literally gives out. And I was like, oh no. What did I do? What has happened? And Jasmine was like, you got to sit out. And I'm like, no. She was like, yes, you have to sit out. So you must know your body. You have to know your body. You have to heal. You have to sit down when you don't want to sit down. And that's one of the most challenging things, because even if you don't want to, you have to. Please take care of yourself.
If you just push through it and just keep on going, you're not strong. You're going to end up weak. You're going to hurt yourself, and you're going to end up weak.
I guess one of like the biggest challenges of being a Golden Girl is definitely like the time commitment. I totally forgot about work weeks. Like we'll come in before school starts, and I think it's different from cheer, but dance we'll practice 5 days a week before school starts, and then it's 8 hours a day, and then we're learning every single routine that we're about to do over the season. So that's a lot of dancing. It definitely does a lot of wear and tear on our bodies, but keeping up with our bodies, like Liv said, is definitely a challenge. And then I think also just like depending on your position on the team is definitely a challenge. Like if you're a captain, like you have a lot more of a role to play other than just like showing up practice. It's a whole nother job outside of just dancing or cheering. That's definitely a challenge. But basically it's just kind of like being a student athlete, even though we're not technically athletes. Like it's just a lot of work, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I have two. The first one is, like they said, time management, because I'm in Chi Alpha with Emily, and they have to work around the dance schedule to like have D group and everything, which is hard on them too. And then taking classes, if you're taking a lot of hours, that's hard. And also to feedback on what they said, like knowing your body. I am hurt all the time, and everybody knows it. The first work week before school, I broke my ankle. I have scoliosis, so it's always hurting. And then I just got over a concussion from 3 weeks ago, and I didn't even tell my coach that I got the concussion. So you got to talk to your coach if you're going to be on the dance team. And then I just got over that. So I would say the biggest struggle is me being hurt all the time, but it's worth it. But I can't. I'm hurt all the time.
Yes. Is there any last thing that y'all want to plug? Any upcoming events that y'all have?
Yes, this Saturday, March 12th from, is it 9 to 12? 9 to 12. At whole single and whole double for dance team, we are having our spirit interest clinics. Please attend if you want to. There is an application fee, but if you go to Spirit Squad's Instagram and click the link in the bio and click tryout information or clinic information, you can find that application and pay the fee, and you will see our pretty faces on Saturday morning. There is also a youth clinic. April 9th, we have our youth clinic. It's for ages 5 to 12, and that is from 9 to 11. And if you know of any kids that age that want to come to a clinic, try out some things, bring them to us. We take good care of children.
Is there anything else at all? All right. Well, once again, thank y'all so much for joining us today. A warm welcome to our Spirit Squad. Yeah, thank y'all so much. All right, that's going to be all for tonight. I'm going to pick our Instagram winner real quickly. Let's see. Is there a Caitlin Wright? Caitlin Wright? There she is! Woohoo! Congratulations! Awesome. Well, thank you so much to everyone that joined us today, and special thanks to our amazing guest speakers from the Career Center, the Business Student Leadership Council, the ARKATech, and the Spirit Squads. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week to discuss living in room. Thank you so much.